Hi, this is Edie, publisher of Waterfront Life. Today I have with me someone who I have personally done business with and I can highly recommend. So say hi.
Hi, my name is Rachael Gilbert. I am a mortgage lender with Ameris Bank Mortgage here in Ormond Beach.
So Rachel, how did you get into this? How long have you been doing this type of work? And just kind of what's your story?
Sure. So I got into the banking industry right out of high school. So started as a bank teller over on the beach side with SunTrust and worked my way up and was a branch manager for several years. And as I continued to grow in my position and in the community, made a lot of contacts with realtors, and it just seemed like, the right time and just the perfect transition into mortgage lending. So I've been doing mortgages about 3 years. Been in the banking industry a total about 18 years. So during my career, like I said, held many positions in the branches, now doing the mortgage lending, very involved in the community. I'm the former chairwoman of the Ormond Beach Chamber of Commerce, on the Women United board, have served on many other boards as well. So just the involvement and the relationships that I had really helped just make this like I said, a very seamless transition.
That's awesome. And like I said, I personally have worked with Rachel. I refinanced my house last year with her, and I've got to say, I know I've told you this before, but you made it seamless. There were parts of the process that really weren't your job. They were the title company's job, but you jumped in and made it happen. And I know it's just a stressful time, whether it's a new mortgage or a refi for the homeowner. It's a stressful time, and you took that stress away because you were on top of things the whole way. So that's just my little personal pitch.
Thank you.
Tell me about the last 3 months. What's kind of happened in your world with COVID?
There's been a little bit of change as far as guidelines and restrictions and things with the different loans. We've been very lucky here that Ameris has not made a lot of changes. We really, with the strength and the size of the bank, were able to continue doing pretty much all of our programs and made very minimal changes. It's actually, knock on wood, been very busy, which is, a blessing. And I think it, not only gives me confidence, but, other people, when they're seeing, people are still buying homes, people are still moving and doing things that, hopefully we're all going to come out of this, okay. And very soon as things continue to open up.
Yeah, and obviously the mortgage rates have helped,
Yeah.
and the market today is helping. But tell us a little bit about how you might be different than other mortgage brokers. What would you say is you bring to the table that is different or special?
Sure. So, sometimes working for a bank, I get a bad rap because people think it's, 9 to 5, Monday through Friday. Really, that's the exact opposite. I'm pretty readily available at night and on the weekends. The way that we do things here is I'm really the point of contact, and for the most part, the only person that is handling the loan. So, I'm involved from start to finish. I don't, get a loan application and then hand it off to somebody. So that makes it a very smooth process for my borrowers because they know they can call me with questions. I'm going to be informed. I'm going to know what's going on. It's not, oh, call my assistant or call this person and, I have no idea what's happening. Like I said, I'm always available. And I think that helps a lot with the process. The other thing that has helped a lot is just our offerings. You know, we do purchases, we do refinances, but we also do construction loans. We do portfolio lending, which is specialty loans for people that might not fit the box. Maybe a self-employed borrower that isn't showing a lot on their taxes, but has strong bank statement income. There's a lot of different options that we have. So, the ability to really fit everyone's needs has been very helpful in my success. But, the fact that I really care about every transaction and every borrower's experience and want to make that, the best that it can be, and hold their hand through it, and make sure that, they don't feel like they're out there on their own, or, don't know what's going on, or, I'm just there through the whole thing. So I think that's a little bit of, difference in some other lenders.
Absolutely. And those are important things for the waterfront audience as well to know about you. What do you enjoy most about what it is you do, about your job?
I really enjoy meeting the clients. It's amazing when I show up to closings. A lot of realtors are like, oh, well, most lenders don't come to closings. And I said, I've been dealing with these people for, a month and a half, depending on, when they're closing. I said, I feel like we're really tight and I've never met them. Everything's, for the most part, a lot of people do things electronically. And so, I feel like I really build relationships with these borrowers, and, not just helping them get into their new home, or, but if they're refinancing for a certain reason, they're paying for a daughter's wedding, or, I just feel very personally tied to the transactions that I do. And so I really enjoy that interaction, and getting to know different people. And then, like I said, if I can make it to a closing, I always try, because I love to meet them and just kind of, well, can't really hug right now, but, congratulate them, and just, kind of celebrate getting to the finish line with everybody.
Watch it, carry it through. Yeah. So what's something about Rachael that we might not know?
Let's see. I am an avid hunter. I enjoy fishing with my husband and my son, and I love baseball. So love watching any level of baseball. My son plays baseball. He's 11, and so really enjoy going to those tournaments and playing, watching him play. So really anything that I can do with my family, I think is enjoyable. And we're all so busy that I really try to make that a priority.
Excellent. Awesome. Well, what advice would you have to any consumer, anybody, waterfront or not, right now, if they're thinking of getting a mortgage, or I guess two categories, if they're thinking of getting a mortgage, or if they're thinking of refi?
I would definitely suggest, I always tell people this, I'm very transparent when I do deal with people, is for the most part, banks and things are going to have similar rates and similar fees. Really, my suggestion is always, have a comfort level with who you're dealing with. If you've called somebody and you've had to call them 3 times just to get an answer, I probably wouldn't use them, because that's probably how the whole transaction is going to go. There's going to be a lot of, frustration, because you're not able to get through. You're not able to get those answers. That person's not available. So definitely, I really feel like the person that you're dealing with is really key in those transactions. Purchases, you want to make sure that your realtor and your lender are in sync. There's a lot of communication there. And as far as refinances, look at your options. It could just be lowering your rate. It could be maybe, you want to make sure that you're looking at the whole picture. So do you have maybe some other higher interest debt that maybe you weren't even thinking of, that you could roll in and be saving, hundreds of thousands of dollars a month? I just did that with a borrower. We not only got her a super low rate, but we paid off some credit cards And before the credit card bills, she was already saving $600 a month. So, yeah, I mean, you really you want to make sure you're not just dealing with an order taker. You want to look for somebody that's going to look at the whole picture and maybe make suggestions of how it could help, not just lowering your rate or lowering your payment, but maybe what else could they do to make your financial life better.
That's really good advice. Really good advice. So how can we get a hold of you? I noticed your sign in the background, so there's a
Yeah.
phone number. But what
So
else?
that is my cell phone. That is the best way to get a hold of me. Like I said, I'm pretty available anytime. So you can call or text. The number's 386-547-8401. I've also got my email on the screen. And I do have a dedicated website. So normally, I like to talk to people before I just shoot them to a website and make them feel like, so really the best way to contact me is to call me, and then we can talk about, what you're looking to do, how I can help, and then we can go from there.
All right. Awesome. Rachel, I know you're also a brand new sponsor to our sister publication, Real Producers of Volusia County. Very excited about that. So
Yes.
you will be in front of the top 300 realtors in Volusia. So excited about that. Thank you for the sponsorship that you've been with us now in Waterfront for right at a year, and I really appreciate it. And thanks for spending this time with us today.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you. I love getting to know the residents and being a part of the publication, and just, continuing to build those relationships, and look forward to continuing to do it. So thank you.
Excellent.